All right, here we go. Got another one for us. All right, this one is called The Art Lesson, and it's by Tommy DePaula. Tommy DePaula has been a children's book writer for years and years, and he also loves to draw, and he's his own illustrator. And he passed away just a couple weeks ago. Like, I think it was like 3 weeks ago. It was very sad. I have a friend that's a really good friend of his, and she was very sad. She's a teacher. She teaches second grade up north, and she was very sad to hear about Tommy DePaula's passing, and so was I. I kind of felt I knew him through her because she saw him a lot. He lived up in New Hampshire, so he didn't live very far from where I used to teach up north in Massachusetts. And this is I think this is one of his first books. He's very famous for a lot of books. And this one's called The Art Lesson by Tommy DePaula. This is inspired in childlike offering, perhaps one of DePaula's best. How Tommy learns to express his own individuality and learns his own creative impulses and imagination makes for engrossing reading. DePaula's characteristic bright illustrations complement and enliven this tale of growing up. The Art Lesson. Written and illustrated by Tommy DePaula. Tommy knew he wanted to be an artist when he grew up. He drew pictures everywhere he went. It was his favorite thing to do. His friends had favorite things to do too. Jack collected all kinds of turtles. Herbie made huge cities in his sandbox. Jeannie, Tommy's best friend, could do cartwheels and stand on her head. But Tommy drew and drew and drew. His twin cousins, who were already grown up, were in art school learning to be real artists. They told him not to copy it, to practice and to practice. So he did. Tommy put his pictures up on the walls of put pictures on the walls of half of his bedroom. We must have shared a bedroom. He used to have to do that too, put things up on my side and not on somebody else's side, my sister's side, to be specific. His mom put them up all around the house. His dad took them to the barber shop where he worked. See, his art was displayed everywhere. The refrigerator, the walls. His dad even was a barber. And his dad put them up on the wall so his clients could see it. Tom and Nana, Tommy's Irish grandfather and grandmother, had his pictures in their grocery store. Nana Fall River, his Italian grandmother, put one in a special frame on a table next to a photograph of Aunt Chloe in her wedding dress. Once Tommy took a flashlight and a pencil under the covers and drew pictures on his sheets. But when his mother changed the sheets on Monday and found them, she said, "No more drawing on the sheets, Tommy." His mom and dad were having a new house built, so Tommy drew pictures of what it would look like when it was finished. Our house, our summer house, my room, the garden. When the walls were up, one of the carpenters gave Tommy a bright piece of blue chalk. Tommy took the chalk and drew beautiful pictures all over the unfinished walls. But when the painters came, his dad said, "That's it, Tommy, no more drawing on the walls." Tommy couldn't wait to go to kindergarten. His brother Joe told him there was a real art teacher who came to school to give art lessons. "When do we have our art lesson?" Tommy asked kindergarten teacher. "Oh, you won't have your art lessons until next year," said Miss Bird. "But we are going to paint pictures tomorrow." Oh, he was disappointed, huh? He was. It wasn't much fun. The paint was awful and the paper got all wrinkly. Miss Bird made the paint by pouring different colored powders into different jars and mixing them with water. The paint didn't stick to the paper very well, and it cracked. If it was windy when Tommy carried his picture home, the paint blew right off the paper. At least you get more than one piece of paper in kindergarten, his brother Joe said. When the art teacher comes, you only get one piece. Tommy knew that the art teacher came to the school every other Wednesday. He could tell she was an artist because she wore a blue smock over her dress and she always carried a big box of thick colored chocolate. Once, Tommy and Jeannie looked at the drawings that were hung up in the hallway. They were done by the first graders. Your pictures are much better, Jeannie told Tommy. Next year, when we have real art lessons, you'll be the best one. Tommy could hardly wait to practice all summer. Then on his birthday, which was right before school, his mom and dad gave him a box of 64 Crayola crayons. Regular boxes of crayons had red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, brown, and black. This box had so many colors: blue, violet, turquoise, red, orange, pink, and even gold, silver, and copper. Class, said Miss Landers, the first grade teacher, next month the art teacher will come to our room. So on Monday, instead of singing, we will practice using our crayons. On Monday, Tommy brought his 64 crayons to school. Miss Landers was not pleased. Everyone must use the same crayons, she said. School crayons. School crayons only have the same old 8 colors. Miss Landers passed them out to the class. She said, these crayons are school property, so do not break them, peel off the paper, or wear down the points. How am I supposed to practice being an artist with school crayons? Tommy asked Jackie and Herbie. That's enough, Tommy, Miss Landers said. And I want you to take those birthday crayons home with you and leave them there. And Joe was right. You only got one piece of paper. Finally, the day of the art lesson came. Tommy could hardly sleep that night. The next morning, he hid the box of 64 crayons under his sweater and went off to school. He was ready. The classroom door opened. In walked the art teacher. Miss Landers said, Class, this is Mrs. Bowers, the art teacher. Patty, who is your paper monitor this week, will give out one piece of paper to each of you. And remember, don't ruin it because it's only one piece you'll get. Now, pay attention to Mrs. Bowers. It's that hard. Class, Miss Bowers began, because Thanksgiving is not too far away, we'll learn to draw a pilgrim man, a pilgrim woman, and a turkey. Watch carefully and copy me. Copy? Copy? Tommy knew that real artists didn't copy. This was terrible. This was supposed to be a real art lesson. He folded his arms and just sat there. Now, what's the matter? Miss Landers asked. Tommy looked past her and spoke right to Miss Bowers. I'm going to be an artist when I grow up, and my cousins told me that real artists don't copy. And besides, Miss Landers won't let me use my 64 Crayola crayons. Well, Miss Bowers said, what are we going to do? She turned to Miss Landers and they whispered together. Miss Landers nodded. Now, Tommy, Mrs. Bowers said, it wouldn't be fair to let you do something different from the rest of the class. But I have an idea. If you draw the pilgrim man and woman and the turkey, and if there's any time left, I'll give you another piece of paper and you can do your own picture with your own crayons. Can you do that? I'll try, Tommy said with a big smile. I think you'll do it. And he did. And he did. And he still does. The art lesson. All right, I think this is going to take care of the rest of the week. We listened to the stories of Mr. Seahorse, the adventures of Beagle, the unimaginary friend. We listened to Silly Doggy, and we just listened to the art lesson by Tommy DePaula. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Looks like we're all set. We're all set for the week. How's that sound? All right. Well, it's supposed to be Friday now, so have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. And we'll Zoom again. I'm not sure if we'll Zoom next Monday or not, or on Monday or not. We'll see. I have to wait and see what my schedule looks like. Okay. All right. Have a great weekend. Be careful. Be safe. I love you. I miss you. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.